Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Orange Power Podcast. We're excited to have back with us the head coach of the Oklahoma State Cowgirls, Coach Jacie Hoyt. And Coach, kind of full circle here, right? Started the show, we had a chance to really focus on a lot of the players and other coaches. And now you're back because we've got one more in the regular season, and this is a good time to start thinking about the season as a whole. And what a year it has really been for you guys.
It's been a special year. Last night, I've got our schedule up on the refrigerator, and last night I'm looking and I'm like, oh my gosh, we have one game left. I can't believe it. It always goes so fast, but man, so many special moments and memories already. Of course, we're not ready to be done playing, and we still want to play a lot of basketball, but it's been magical. It really has.
And when the season is magical, it seems easier, right? At least emotionally and mentally. And from that perspective, I think it goes by faster. When it is a drudgery and things are not going well, you're like, wow, this year seems to take forever. That, I think, is why this year seems to have flown by.
Definitely. Yeah. And, we've got such an amazing group of players. It's just I'm feeling every day like I don't want it to end because it does go quick. And but when you really have just that deep love for one another, and this team, no doubt about it, has it. That's why we've been able to be as successful as we have. You don't want those. You feel like time is going too quick and you want to hold on to it. So we're doing everything we can right now just to keep extending our season, and of course you have to win to do that.
Well, and again, this team has that bond, but this team is, and you've said it several times, and I've said it several times as well. To me, this is one of the best collective group of young ladies that we've ever had. There's not a kid that comes over to post game that isn't humble, well-spoken, very gracious towards everyone else on the team, appreciative of other people on the team. And it takes that, Coach, and that's what you guys have been able to assemble this year.
Without a doubt, there's no ego. We've had so many different games where different people step up and are kind of the hero. We have our unsung heroes like every team has, but no one really gets caught up in that. In fact, sometimes I wish they would promote themselves more. It's kind of funny. Just the humility, as you mentioned, and the sisterhood that we have is something that is just, it's palpable this season. You can feel it from each of them and the way they celebrate each other. So I think it's a combination of that, and it's a combination of gratitude. That's a word that you can feel it every day coming from each of the players, and the players that have been here have a sense of gratitude for how well things are going, and just the joy that they get to experience every day. And then the players that we got in the portal definitely have expressed and been very open about that gratitude, that this is my favorite year ever, and I wish I could be here longer, or I wish I would have come sooner. So it's gratitude, it's love, it's joy all the way around, and it's just incredibly special.
And when you are trying to create a narrative for a team, that you're trying to motivate these young ladies, sometimes you have to kind of be creative, and sometimes it's not as organic as you want it to be. But you have to, and I know this because I've had several of the young ladies tell me this, you have used that, you're only together so long. We are a unit that we obviously, and you talk uncommon all the time, have that uncommon love for one another. It won't ever be the same. This season needs to be extended as far as it can to enjoy that. And those young ladies have talked about that. So that has been an inspiration that has resonated with them, and it's one that continues to motivate them.
Absolutely. I just think that's the greatest motivator, love. You can motivate out of fear and a lot of other things, but when there's just that true, genuine love for the process, for the journey, for each other, a love for competition, that's just different. And that's definitely one of the things that we have right now. And it's a little bit gut-wrenching for me, because I see in our players' faces and with their approach, they're they're fighting right now. They're a little bit worried for when that time does run out, and they're doing everything they can to keep extending it. So it just makes me want to work that much harder for them, and I think we all feel that. You know, we have to fight so hard for each other, and it's very bittersweet because you want it to be that way, but it's also really painful to think about when it does come to an end.
It's interesting because it creates that urgency, which is good, but it also, you know, and even Anna Grapp told me in post game after the game against Cincinnati, she said, I'm trying to fight back those thoughts of what is, because she knew she'd played her last game at Gallagher, but she's trying to fight away all of those thoughts of the finality of it all. Here's what we know. We're going to Lawrence, Kansas this weekend, and we know it's going to be a tough matchup. But you know you're going to be a top 4 seed. You will get a double bye in Kansas City. And so this team right now, you have put yourselves in a position to really strike going into Kansas City and certainly going into the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely. And it's funny how things change because, you know, this is a team, we're talking right now about finishing in the top 4, having that double bye. This is a team that was picked 11th in the preseason with 0 players acknowledged for any type of honor or award. And so you have to sit back sometimes and just appreciate how far we've come. But at the same time, we're so hungry and we want more. And 4 is great, but 3 would be better. 3, I believe, is the highest I think that we could finish at this point. But yeah, without a doubt, going back to how we can extend our season, you know, everything is about seeding. So how can we continue to win? To position ourselves for that higher seeding for March Madness. Those are the types of things now that we've shifted to. It went from trying to make the tournament to now, you know, talking about what seed you're going to be. So it's funny how quickly things can change, but we've got a group that's so motivated. They're so hungry. And, you know, again, though, we're just trying to enjoy it.
And again, the intentionality of that is very important. And again, I think these young ladies have certainly understood that. So let me ask philosophically, all right, are you better? Is your program, you mentally better being an underdog and being, you know, look past me because look what we're going to do? Or would you rather they picked us one because we're supposed to be number 1?
Yeah, I think philosophically, to be honest with you, I believe that in my experiences, it's a lot easier to motivate when you're the underdog.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, there's so many ways that you can motivate when that's the case. But I didn't come here to want to just be that team that's at the bottom. I want to be the team with the target on our back. I want to be the team that's consistently at the top, that everyone is hunting. So if I have it my way, I'm the team that's getting picked. You know, I want that pressure. That's where I want our program to be. That's where I believe we're trending toward right now. So, yeah, I mean, it's fun being an underdog, and it's fun, you know, kind of just going out there with nothing to lose and proving people wrong. But I want to prove ourselves right, and I want to be at the top.
Well, if that's the goal, then go beat TC. Oh, you did that. Go beat Oh, yeah, you did that. You're going to finish at minimum 3rd, and everybody around you have beaten, and you have tie breaks against it. So that's the great thing about this season, Coach, is whatever people thought before, whatever they seed you in the NCAA tournament, you guys have proven yourselves right. In this league, you have beaten everybody that's good, and that is that's a testament to how strong this team really is.
Without a doubt. You know, people ask me all the time, how good do you think you can be? I think the ceiling is incredibly high. We've proven that with those quad 1 wins, as you mentioned, you know, the top teams. We have one of the best quad 1 records in the entire country. And the other teams, just for perspective, that, you know, are in that similar boat are UCLA, South Carolina, Texas. I mean, we're in that category. Now, we've lost some games that we absolutely shouldn't have lost. I fully understand that. But how good can we be? I think we're pretty dang good.
And the last thing on that, Coach, is the greatest part about this is, you know, you have played great at times. I mean, as great as we've seen in a long time. But I'm not sure you've played your best basketball. This team still continues to get better. There are flashes where you go, wow, I mean, you just can't believe they just pulled that off or did that way. The best basketball may still be ahead of you.
Without a doubt. And, you know, in looking at some of our wins and examining that now that we're at the end of the season, you can do that. I've even thought to myself, we've won a lot of these games really not playing even close to our best basketball, right? Getting other teams' best shots, and we are not at our best. So the floor also, I think, is very high for us, if that makes sense. But no, without a doubt, we still can get better on the days or the nights when everyone is playing well and we're all clicking. I think we're a force.
This team is really, really good and can be extremely dominant. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to get through the Big 12 tournament, find out the seeding to the NCAA tournament the next time we talk to you. We're going to be talking about where the Cowgirls are heading. So a lot of basketball between now and then, but we look forward to getting an opportunity, getting back together and talking about that. Coach, best of luck against Kansas, in Kansas City up there in the Big 12 tournament, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for us. For Coach Hoyt, I'm Casey Kendrick. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the Orange Power Podcast.